the curls to fit in.
Are you doing the cooking tonight? Hello, my beautiful Zinnias. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, I hope you have that hot cup of tea, that mug of hot coffee, and that cool glass of wine because we're about to get into that chat. So today, Zinnias, we are going to be on a topic that is very interesting. It is a topic about my culture of people. So my culture of people is from Jamaica, and today we're going to be talking about the stereotype of Jamaican men and how I want to clear up this stereotype that people have this idea of my beautiful West Indian Jamaican men. So let's get into it. Before we start, let me have a sip of this tea. It's so good. So in case you didn't know, my background is from Jamaica. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, from the most coolest, funniest mom ever. My mom is from an area in Jamaica where she grew up to be the most feistiest little woman I know, and that is Kingston Waterhouse. And she is, oh my gosh, my mother is, she is so, she's always lit. And she's so funny. So, of course, you've seen I lit up right away just speaking about my mom. And my culture of people have that effect. Jamaican fearing people, they are blunt. They are very blunt. Loving, caring, kind, and their hospitality is, their hospitality is lovely. And Jamaican people are good at cooking. Their food is absolutely delicious. They show love when it comes to the pot and it bubbling the food, and very welcoming and very home warming. They're very lovely nation of people. My husband happens to also be from Jamaica, and that was my upbringing, and that's all I knew growing up. Of course, food-wise, teaching, growing up, that's all you know, that's all you know. All you know is that culture and what comes with it. So, of course, my mother couldn't teach me something that she didn't know. So one of the stereotypes that kind of irritates me with, once you say Jamaica or Jamaican, instantly people say marijuana. It's like, okay, not all Jamaicans smoke marijuana. No, we don't. Not all Jamaicans, trust me. Not all Jamaicans smoke marijuana. So that's a stereotype that we have. The next stereotype is the dancehall scene. No, not all Jamaican people walk up and down half naked and listen to Vybz Kartel. Even though that's something that I used to do. But those days are long gone, and I'm so glad. The Jamaican culture is extremely rich and it's beautiful, and you have Jamaican people that listen to decent reggae music as well. It's not only Vybz Kartel and the dancehall scene and all that other stuff. You have Peter Tosh, you have Buju Banton, you have Capleton, you have Garnet Silk. You have all these various different reggae artists, and their music is clean, righteous, and you could just really easy to the ears compared to what is being played on radio now when it comes to the Jamaican culture. The biggest stereotype is men are beautiful men, loving men, caring men, and the stereotype on them is that they are cheaters and womanizers. And I want to share with you that I want to clear that up, because not all Jamaican men carry themselves in that light. I have uncles, I have a brother, I have friends that are men, Jamaican men, that do not carry themselves like that. So I just wanted to speak on that because Jamaican men are stereotyped. So I wanted to make that clear that there are very decent West Indian Jamaican men, West Indian men period, out there, and highlight not only the stereotype, but you know, the way that Jamaican men carry themselves and the goodness in them. So Jamaican men are very protective over their families, their friends, and especially their wives. They are super protective over their family and their wives. That when they love heavy and they love hard. And it's hard for them to let go of someone that they really care about or that they really love. Jamaican men also really take care of home. They are very big on building and providing. So when talking about taking care of home, I mean providing financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, taking care of home. And majority of Jamaican men, they love to cook. They love to cook. I at least my husband does. He loves to cook, and my husband can cook. He can burn a pot. So they're big on providing. They're also big on sitting down and observing their family, having one-on-one conversations with their loved ones. They're also big on being connected to their loved ones. So they're big on communication, sitting down, having that one-on-one conversation. They're big on communication. At least from my point of view, they're big on reasoning and communication. They love to reason. They want to sit down and meditate and actually communicate with the person that they love. And this is from my point of view, from the men that have been in my life. This is how my uncles come off. This is even how my brother comes off. My brother wants to sit down and talk, and my husband is the same way as well. So and a lot of Jamaican men do carry that same trait. Jamaican men are also really kind with their time, and they're very loving. When I say kind with their time, they will go out, and if they have a garden, they would go in their garden and do their garden work. They sit down and think about their friends and their loved ones, and they will stop by and drop off a pumpkin or a soursop or or a gizzada or a breadfruit. This is just that's just the way they come off. They are very concerned for others, very loving, and nurturing. And then also when it comes to herbs and being a bushman, they're big on organic. At least from my point of view. I have an uncle that is all about he's a bushman, a herbalist, and he's big on eating right, taking the right things, exercising, all that good stuff. So he likes to share that with us, and he's concerned with his family, which is his nieces. I'm one of his nieces, and you know, his nephews and his kids, and he shares that information with the ones that he loves. So he always is looking for a way to nurture us education-wise on herbs and the things to eat and the things to do. And even if we're sick, that's the first thing he goes to. So yeah, they're very, like I said, they're nurses. Yes, I said it. Jamaican men are nurses. They're all about taking care of their family when it comes to medicine. And organic, natural herbs is their thing. No. Jamaican men do not trust pharmaceutical companies. They do not trust the doctors. They do not trust it. That's just something that they're very much not into. They're not into pharmaceutical stuff. That's just not for them. They are bushmen. They grow their herbs and their plants and their medicines in their backyards, and they will go back there and pick what they need at that present time in that moment. And I kid you not, anytime my uncles or granduncles or husband has gone in the backyard to pick up anything to give to me to drink or to eat, it always takes care of the problem. Also, Jamaican men they're very concerned. They like to check up on family members. They have this way of being ahead, this headship attitude. They tend to, call the aunts, the uncles, the elders, and make sure they're all right. Half the time they don't even call. They will go to where this person is located, no matter where or how far they are. They will go. If they can go, they will go. Or they'll call. If they can't get to that person, of course they will call. They're also big on natural beauty. Yes, I said it. Natural beauty. They don't really care for the makeup, the hair, the nails, the this, the that, all the titivating business. They're not big on that. They're more into natural beauty, natural woman, natural. They love that. That is something that they love, which is nothing wrong with it. But as you can see, nothing's natural here right now. And when I take this off, my hair is really long. And my husband has this thing where he hates when I wear wigs. He just loves my natural hair. He just loves me and my naturalness. But that's all of them. All West Indian men, all Jamaican men, they love natural beauty. Jamaican men also love comfort. Yes, they do. They love comfort. So, with saying so, clogs. The shoes clogs? Very popular footwear back home in Jamaica. The men love their clogs. They're not big on sneakers. They're not big on any things like that. They love clogs. Clogs is their go-to shoe. For one reason, clogs tend to be a very easy shoe to put on. It's very comfortable. You can just dust it off real quick and go on the road, and it's fine. They look brand new with just a little bit of spit and shine. And for one, they're very stylish. Clogs have been wearing for a very long time. I can go back to where Yellow Man was a big Jamaican artist in the 90s, and he wore clogs, and that's kind of where that came from. Yellow Man was a dancehall trendsetter, and it just became this unique trend. So now, most of the time, that's what you see Jamaican men wear, clogs. They love their clogs. They don't really wear sneakers, barely ever. And again, Jamaican men is all about health as well. So if they notice that a family member, a friend, a loved one, a son, a daughter, they will gradually help you to take care of yourself in eating right and exercising, and even like taking you out to fall and letting the water beat down on the body and naturally massaging the body and cleansing the body, washing away, your thoughts and your negative vibes. They're really good on connecting to even nature. They love nature. You can go with a Jamaican man. I can say that. I can go out and take a walk with my uncles or my husband or my cousins or my brother, and they will point out things that you haven't noticed when it comes to nature. Jamaica is a extremely beautiful. Jamaica has beautiful trees. Jamaica has beautiful fruit trees, gardens, waterfalls, ocean views, animals, sea creatures. It's a little piece of paradise. Jamaica is an extremely gorgeous place, and a man has that has grown there. He has that in him. So all of what is to be shown, or things that he knows that he loves about the land that he grew up in, he will show you the things that you have never seen or even experienced. And they're very they're fearless. Jamaican men are very fearless. They'll jump off of a rock to jump in the river. They'll chuck off into the ocean. They'll pick up a crab with their hand. I see my father do that a few times. They're very fearless. And it's exciting because me growing up in New York City, you don't really have those beautiful experiences to be that, that adventurous. And Jamaican men, Jamaican women, Jamaican kids, Jamaican babies, the babies, they have that in them. I remember one time, my husband's niece, my mother-in-law had a box of chickens, baby chickens. And I never seen baby chickens in person. I would always see them, on TV. And she was just picking them up. And I'm like, you're picking them up? Oh my gosh, you're picking them up. She was like, your friend to pick them up. Them feel nice. Pick them up now, pick them up. And I'm looking at her like, oh my gosh. To me, that was fearless. But I had to keep in mind that's where she grew up. And it's a normal thing for her. So she gave me the courage to pick up one of the little baby chicks. Jamaica and Jamaican men are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful men. They are not what you have the idea for them to be. They are not what people portray them to be, or the things that they say is not true about them. Not all Jamaican men are womanizers. Not all Jamaican men are ganja smokers. Not all Jamaican men are liars. Not all Jamaican men are thieves. Not all Jamaican men are what other Jamaican men are. They are good, decent Jamaican men. But the problem with today is that the bad overtakes the good. That's the problem. So it's hard for you to see the good because the bad overtakes the good. So it's hard for you to really get to know a decent Jamaican man because of all of the crazy other people that's out there. And I have a brother-in-law that I'm so in love with. I love my brother-in-law. Oh, that's my heart. And he is kind, patient, loving, and humble. And he is a Jamaican. So I wanted to just share that with you and the audience out there, my beautiful Zinnias, to let you guys know all of what you hear are just things that you hear. Please take the time to get to know the person before judging them. And there's an actual scripture in the Bible that talks about judging and how we should not judge. Just read John 7:24. I just wanted to share that information with you today, that we want to always make sure that we get to know the person first before we judge them. And we are all beautiful as long as we take the time to get to know one another. And we all have something that we can learn from someone. Take the time to get to know each other and be patient with one another. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this wonderful conversation that we had today. I hope it taught you something. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope you can also take a little bit of my advice. So thank you, my beautiful Zinnias, for stopping by and listening in. I hope that you enjoyed today's conversation. And if you did, please feel free to share. And if you like, please like. And if you would like to stay home with me, please subscribe. And I'll see you on another day. Love you. Bye. Before you go, feel free to visit my YouTube page where you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter.